the basket. That's one thing that Pat Riley and his defense.
Jordan gets inside. Ewing with the rebound. Pippen knocked it away. Another Knick turnover. Jordan to Pippen. And he's fouled by Ewing during the regular season. Grant trying to get it to Purdue.
It's one of the few times thus far that the Bulls have gotten into their half-court offense, and then they come right back with the steal. Pippen leading the way to BJ for the jumper.
And also a piece of Oakland.
One thing you tell teams, when you make a mistake at the offensive end, hustle back on defense and make up for it at the defensive end. Make something good happen. Pippen makes something good happen.
Of 16. Starks. Rebounded by Pippen. Armstrong spots up for three. Yes.
Defense is in place, and it's an advantage for you.
Although, you know, I don't think Phil got any votes in that Coach of the Year battle. Scottie Pippen with his first. Oakley handling against Williams. Smith looking for position, but Pippen from the blind side came up with a steal. And here's Pippen. Yes.
As Scottie Pippen's defensive man cleared across the lane, he never left. He anticipated that pass. He actually cheated on the other side of the rim more than a step and a half. That's why he was able to come up with the steal.
That ends the 7-0 run by the Knicks, who now lead by 4. Grant stepping out on the press. Mason. Shot clock at 2. Now to 1. Anthony. 5 minutes gone by in this second quarter. Scottie Pippen is now running the offense and does it again. Scottie Pippen in the face of Anthony Mason. So Scottie got off to the swan during the regular season.
Pippen anticipates the pass coming baseline side. He leaves his man, takes off in the transition game, and then coming hard at Mason. Doesn't give him a chance to get his hands on. Elevates, hits the jump shot. Then coming right back again the next time, feeling that he's got that stroke. Gets himself going into the game at the offensive end by doing it through transition.
6 points. The Knicks by 6, matching their biggest lead of the game. Williams off the fake.
Between those two players.
Jordan talking to Starks. And Jordan fires for 3. Nuggets, we've seen quite a bit of John Thompson. Hits with a lot of hard fouls.
Needing to get him open and then give him the ball at the right time.
Armstrong was trying to draw the foul. Blocked by Pippen.
Even after a good defensive play by Scottie Pippen, the piece, the deflection.
And an enormous spark in the play. Patrick Ewing putting Scottie Pippen on the line. Ewing. The Knicks trailing by 2. Off the double team. Pippen with the steal is 4th for the game. Armstrong on a pull-up. Yes. 54. The Knicks 52. Chicago trying to become only the 3rd team in NBA history to win 3 in a row. No team has won 3 consecutive titles over the last 26 years.
At halftime, but obviously it's still a little bit stiff-heeled and take a seat. Marv?
90 from the foul line and averaging over 12.5 points per game. So he's played well against Chicago.
Horace Grant is back on the floor from the good far right. And Scottie Pippen. Pippen to the fadeaway. Scottie Pippen.
Shot that Scottie Pippen made last trip down the floor. That's fading away over the top of a player that's about 3.5.
Third quarter. Game 1 of the best of 7. Game 2 here at the Garden on Tuesday, and then the scene shifts to Chicago. Pippen hits the 3-pointer. Scottie Pippen from down. Right call for the foul.
After Pippen hits the 3, he runs back. He's looking at Charles Smith the entire time. Big man shooter from the outside facing the basket in the lead.
Ewing has 25, 8-point New York lead. Pippen, yes. From 3-point range, he has 24. The Knicks lead 88-79.
Just when it seemed that Chicago was getting itself back close enough to make a move, then another one of those shots.
Remaining in the 4th quarter. Rivers went for the steal. Here's Armstrong. Yes.
prefers winning, that's for sure. And Michael is the one single player in this league who can kind of do it by himself.
Oh, what a tip by Pippen.
The Knicks are giving different looks. Here's another look at that Pippen follow.
Than he did in the entire game one. This is a beautiful follow.
Some people think Pippen is slipping, but he's tipping here with the good stuff. So Scottie having an outstanding.
We create history once again.
From the field, they lead 22-18. The Bulls 6 of 12. Jordan 4 of 8. Jordan with 13 of the Bulls' 18 points. Scottie Pippen cuts it to a 2-point Knick lead.
Well, the
Knicks 27, the Bulls 23. Michael Jordan now sitting down. So Tucker and Armstrong in the backcourt. Here's Williams getting inside.
This puts more pressure on Paxson to contribute shooting. He may force a shot or two now so he can stay on the floor.
Scottie Pippen. Yes. Anthony and Blackman now in the backcourt. Williams up front with Oakley and Mason. Mason lost it. Stripped by Pippen.
Defense an all-league area for Scottie Pippen. He's one of the best in the league at defense. Quick hands.
The Knicks with a 32-30 lead. Both clubs have gone cold here at the start of the second quarter. That time Pippen was on target, and he's tying the game at 32.
Rolando draws the short straw now on Jordan.
John Starks getting set to check back in. A nice fake by Pippen. He had Smith off. They double up on Anthony. Starks had it knocked away by Paxson, and here comes Pippen giving it up. Michael Jordan for Greg Anthony.
Well, the unselfish play of Scottie Pippen giving that ball to Jordan for the dunk, and Jordan finishes with it. Played well. It just seems to me that when Doc Rivers isn't
Ewing, Mason, and Oakley. Armstrong. Yes. DJ Grant pops it out. Jordan for 3. And back come the Knicks. It's a 3-on-2. Oakley misjudged on that pass, and King able to come up with it. Here's Pippen. It's the style the Bulls would love to play. Pippen hits and a foul on consecutive sequences.
Well, Ewing was there, so Pippen decided not to take him on, but he gave him the head fake. Did a beautiful Bulls. Ewing tuning in, tuning out on offense. He's always there on defense. The Bulls depending on 2 people exclusively, and there's one of them.
On Andres, Al Troutwig, Walt Frazier from the Garden. The Bulls 7 for 19 in the third. The Knicks 10 of 17 from the floor. Pippen able to knock it away, but knocked it out of bounds. John, including the playoffs.
I think he wanted to make Chicago work a little bit by some ball movement, passing the ball for a while rather than a quick shot attempt.
Pippen with the roll. Yes. For Bulls. Once again, pressure. Armstrong staying with Rivers. You go back to the game here in Chicago on Christmas night when the Bulls came from behind off this. Enthusiastic about what they call the fury of the crowd. This is a very energized Chicago team that has come out. Mason went short, and he's hammered.
The players sent a message to Phil yesterday. He thought they were trying to say, let us just come and play. The shot block, but then over the back guys.
Chicago by 7. Red play by Ewing. Here is Pippen. Yes. The Bulls 21. A touch of Greg Anthony. The Bulls 27. The Knicks 19. Scottie Pippen. God grew up following the Chicago Bulls and recalls as an 8-year-old playing here at halftime during Chicago Bulls games. Paxson again. 7. Bulls try to cut it to a 2-1 Knick lead. Knicks try to make it 3-0. Game 4 here Monday afternoon. Pippen. Yes. That's a 3 for Scottie Pippen. It's been a red-hot set for the game. 13 of 27 for the Knicks in game 2 at the Garden. Grant. 6 on the 24. Pippen. Scottie Pippen goes glass. Rivers. finding good shots. Armstrong. Over of the game. Rivers on a quick release. Pippen recovers. Armstrong for three.
Got New York back on their heels. Perhaps Phil anticipating, looking ahead to the 50% in the first two games against New York's defense, and then realize that there's only one day off between games. Phil resting him early here.
Pippen knocked it away. It's a 2-on-1. Armstrong alley-oops.
But the team rallying in the support of Michael Jordan, who was so upset with the criticism he received for his journey down to Atlantic City, but they're showing him off the basketball court as well.
Pippen got the step. Oh, what a move. In traffic, Scottie Pippen does it off the dribble. The Bulls 74 and the Knicks 49. Tony Campbell with a rare appearance in the playoffs. Campbell fires. So Tony Campbell, who has appeared in only one playoff game, Game 3 against Indiana, making his first appearance against the Bulls. Did not play at all in the 5 games in the series against Charlotte. Campbell guarding Pippen. Pippen went to the left hand. Yes, it counts.
Pippen started out by making shots from the perimeter in the first half of the game. Now he changes up a little bit and shows you an assortment of drives to the basket to convert, and then coming across into the lane, even off balance after the foul takes place.
3 of 3 from the line. 19 points.
During important times of the game.
Free throws made, none missed in the playoffs, shared by one-time Chicago Bull Bob Love and Gail Goodrich. Mason came around a pick, but Mason jumped out at him. Shot clock at 3. Paxson. Yes. Smith coming back from injuries. Did not play well. And then as Pippen fires and hits again. And then not only
before the rest of the team has even gotten on the bus to come over, so he's willing to put the time and work in to get his minutes when they're united once again. But perhaps it was the
Harris 10 points. Came out strong. Eric Anderson, the rookie from Indiana, making his first appearance this series. Pippen doing it from all angles. 28 for Scottie Pippen. He's hit on 10 of 12 from the field.
When Mason fouled Pippen last time, the shot that he threw up as a Hail Mary almost went in. This one that he throws up after he hears the whistle really feels it with his shooting touch.
Scottie Pippen won 5 Bulls.
Today, Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals.
To gain space between the two bodies on the entry passes, he wants to adjust that.
And in the past, Cartwright has been very successful against Ewing in keeping him out of proper position. They double up on Starks. Here comes the trap, and the Knicks
league guarding the basketball, and perhaps the second or third best coming over to trap you from behind. It can put a little bit of fear.
One of Pat's better phrases, I think. And he's coined a few. Off the steal, Starks, Armstrong back. John Starks. And it's handled by Jordan. Pippen, nice play,
A 2-on-1 situation. Pippen takes the defensive player Ewing to him, and then at the right time.
Pippen on a pull-up. And again it's Grant able to keep it alive. Jordan. Yes. Mason given the room. Oakley missed the tip. Oakley hit the deck. Bulls leading for the first time this afternoon. Jordan. Yes. Now Jordan posting up. Does not like the hand check from Starks. Oakley saved it, but it's recovered by Pippen. Pippen open. Goes for the shorter shot. And that is his first.
That rather Chicago realizes that New York is going to run hard at every shot attempt. They're doing a good job of showing the ball, putting it on the floor.
Defense.
If you pick up your dribble too soon and your people are not in the proper positions, you're
checked in. And the Bulls lead 27-26. Jordan for 3. Yes. Within 3 points. Mason guarded by Anthony. Tucker being played by Starks. Here's Pippen getting inside. Start with 2 out of 7. The sizzling 10-12 on Saturday. Gone by in the second quarter. Chicago with the ball at a 5-point lead. Pippen with the step through the foul. Yes, and it counts. Second.
Pippen uses the left shoulder to get a little space from Mason, then fades away at the last second. He has such big hands, just as we saw in Game 3. Left shoulder dip, get some room on the fade, just like Game 3. On the way down, in the middle of somebody's body, as happened with Rivers' head that time.
Harsh grab.
Standing on the floor.
Scottie 3 from 3-point range. 3 minutes gone by in the third. Michael Jordan has come out shooting here in the third quarter. Nice setup. Armstrong and Jordan in the backcourt. Michael Jordan beating John Starks.
Inside to Michael Jordan. Caught right now. Jordan reverse, lob over the top for the score. When Rivers has struggled, so have the Knicks.
Here's the pressure. Hopefully not the man you want handling it, although he got it down for Starks. Offensive foul.
The pitch-ahead pass against the pressure. Starks determined to get to the front of the rim. Pippen is there, both feet down.
3 for 18 game on Saturday when he had 11 assists, only 2 assists here today. Good play by Pippen. Oakley is there to put it away. Pippen blocked Ewing.
In the middle of the floor. Catches Ewing by surprise, forces a bad shot.
Ewing working against Williams. Another Chicago ball.
It gets a little frustrating. A great interior pass that time in low, but the swipe eliminates the layup.
Armstrong and Jordan in the backcourt. Cartwright, Grant, and Pippen up front. Pippen was pushed. Yes! Basket by Scottie Pippen.
Layup for Jordan in the post. He couldn't get anything going, so he cleared out, opening the side up for Pippen to drive right. Once he heard the whistle, it was just a matter of let me get it up there.
Anthony Mason called for the foul.
Game 5 of the Eastern Conference Finals.
Starks guarding Jordan once again, although Jordan expects that he will see a bit of Doc Rivers. Here's Cartwright. So Bill Carter, Game 6 in Chicago Friday night. Scottie Pippen took a good shot. The basket counts and the foul. So Pippen.
Adjustment, they make Michael Jordan, the Bulls, the flash man. He catches the pass flashing high, and Pippen winds up running the back door. Not too often that you see Jordan place on the day off between games.
And you can see that Michael Jordan is intent on distributing the ball.
Little three-man weave, something they worked on about 4 or 5 days ago in practice. Just pulled it out now this evening.
Oh, good move. Shots. They lead 12-11 with 4 minutes gone by. The alley-oop to perfection. Jordan leading Pippen. The Bulls by 1.
Scottie Pippen was getting ready to come off a weak side screen down. Charles Smith tried to overplay it, changed direction, lob pass.
Good hands, Jordan with the deflection, leading to the turnover. They isolate the right side. Jordan gives it up to Pippen. Scottie Pippen has hit 3 out of 3, Chicago.
A different Michael Jordan coming out here in Game 5. The assist man first on the backdoor cut by Pippen, the lob to the basket, and then on a slice cut from the offside down the lane. Again, Jordan to Pippen for the score. So we have hoping that the dunk just might energize John Starks to get him on a roll. It seems to happen so far.
Jordan changed his mind. Armstrong passed on the 3. Oh, nice recovery by Pippen. Scottie Pippen has hit 4 out of 4. He has.
It's easy for him to operate. All he's got to do is give it up a couple times, keeps his teammates happy, and then will open it up for himself.
Grant posting. Grant with the turnaround. Yes.
That's on the floor right now is Doc Rivers. The other 9 players have all got a score so far.
Ewing put it on the floor, and it cost Armstrong with the breakaway. Now that rebound, he's hit 3 out of 3 for 6 points. Oakley from Ewing. He blew the layup. Good dish off again by Ewing on the double team. Here's Pippen going all the way. And the Bulls lead 27-7, 26.
Patrick Ewing is doing a very good job of delivering a little subtle blow to Cartwright's body. Get him off just as he receives
Points for Cartwright. Sparks fires. First Nick miss of the quarter. And the Bulls on the run. Pippen all the way. A facial soaked up at John Scottie. And 10 left in the half. Pippen. Scottie Pippen. Half minute to go in the first half. Bob Costas and the Prudential halftime report coming up. Jordan. And it's tipped home. Beautiful tip. Scottie Pippen gets credit, and he brings the Bulls within one.
the ability to realize and understand where you are at all times. Pippen knew he had no time to come back down and go up again without getting it blocked. So while he's in it, back to the basket, he tips it in.
Anthony turned it over. Final seconds of the
one down, getting to the free throw line, or in that case, getting to the offensive glass.
Here comes Pippen. Armstrong on the wing. 3 Knicks back. Pippen with the extension to beat the Knicks down.
Hold off Smith with the left arm. Keep that path open to the basket. And then the finish with the... A very nice job filling in for him. But Rivers has come out here understanding he's got to step up and play big for New York to win.
Pippen from deep. Yes. Scott Paxson is getting set to check back in. Jordan with the pull-up. Stopped by Starks. Jordan had to give it off. And Pippen finishes it off.
What an ability to realize that you're up in the air, you don't have a shot because of excellent defense, yet you still can find an open teammate for a score.
Ewing. Michael Jordan now has 11 assists. Here's Pippen. Assist number 12 for
struggling. You try and get yourself going. You get there and realize, oh, there's nothing for me. Well, maybe I can find something for my partner. Scottie Pippen down low. Michael Jordan with the dish off.
Goodbye, because game 3 was won. The guard.
You mentioned how similar the lines were. Down, extended, trying long of that jump shot, but nothing but the bottom of the net for Michael.
Rivers pass diagnosed. The end result, the steal, and the 3-on-1. Jordan. The Bulls tempting Anthony to shoot. They want to see him fire it up. Jordan knocked it away. Jordan with the steal. 3-on-1, and Jordan puts it away.
But then as he goes up from behind his head, which we mentioned earlier, something Jordan loves to do, gets the block, off to the races in transition, give it up, get it back, unselfish basketball.
Once again, Grant with a nice head fake. Rebound Ewing. Look out, Pippen with the steal. Scottie Pippen.
The way Chicago got possession back as New York was coming up the floor, a cross-court pass, not realized.
Here's Starks, changed his mind. Plenty of time on the shot clock, down to 10. Ewing for Smith. 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 Stopped again by Pippen. What a play by Scottie Pippen. Final seconds, Jordan for Armstrong. And the Bulls have defeated the Knicks.
You pulled it out at the end.
We realized that the third quarter is going to be very important for us. We just wanted to kind of maintain, stay in the game in the third quarter, and we knew we had our chance in the fourth.
Now, a lot of things, you guys kept your poise. A lot of things went against you, the referee. I mean, a lot of calls that could have been controversial, but you kept your poise and stayed in it.
Well, we knew that. It's a road game for us.
Game 6 of the Eastern Conference Finals between the New York Knicks and the Chicago Bulls.
The score, at least here at the start.
Well, in their pre-game seance that Michael seems to have with Ahmad.
Seance.
Every game has an interior pass by Michael Jordan, but John Starks got a hand in there to strip him of the ball.
Armstrong got a piece of that pass. 3-on-1. Pippen for Grant. Yes, and it counts. 5 lead. Jordan dishes it off. Here's Pippen.
15 hour and 20 minutes, an abnormal thing.
Very potent series has come on for the first time. Strong game for Anthony Mason in New York. 41 minutes, 8 of 11 from the field. Bulls with a 1-point lead. And again the pressure. Jordan staying with Starks. Met by the trap as Pippen came over, and it forces a turnover.
Understanding that they're going to come late at you. Pippen leaves his man, suddenly jumps the basketball, and then when you try and throw a pass.
Well, the Knicks signs of losing their poise once again. Another bad pass.
But you need to understand that this is something that probably was going to happen early, that Chicago was going to play on emotion, play off the crowd. You just got to keep reinforcing with your team. Hang in there, stay close enough, give yourself a chance.
His supporting cast once again has come up big in this first quarter. Mason getting position, then rejected by Pippen. Here is Ewing. Bulls with a 3-on-2. The Knicks do hustle back. Jordan for three. Yes.
Then if you let him come down in transition and get behind that three-point line, he's been shooting it well from back there. This thing close enough, got through the first quarter where Chicago was not able to blow it open, and now you play from here.
Final seconds of the quarter. King with a standing one-hand
on the Bulls.
Anthony with the steal. Anthony with the ball fake and then threw it away and is called for an offensive foul.
Penetrated, should have given it up there a little early. Instead, he wanted to be cute. The ball fake, throws it out of bounds.
Unanswered. Appeared to be on the roll, but the Knicks have been able to fight their way back. Here's Pippen. And the Bulls now lead 33. 4 minutes gone by. Second quarter. Blackman very close to a travel. He continues to have his problems.
40 seconds of this half. Give him a renewed spirit, so to say.
Well, so to speak. As Pippen comes up with a steal. Armstrong. Starks for Rivers. Travel call. Another Knick turnover. Very strong for the Ewing turnaround jump shot.
And Ewing had bumped Hart right away with his body to give him the space he needs to get a clean up. Ball instead of foul. Then a back cut by Jordan. His partner, Pippen, right on the money. Michael able to control with the great hands and convert. Jordan trying to keep a fresh guy on him, trying to wear him out.
Jordan backing in. Pippen. Scottie Pippen complaining he felt he was fouled.
Eventually swinging around to get Michael on a post-up. Ewing tries to come late and double team. Instead, Jordan drops it off.
Obviously, it's such, but before you pass any judgment, you have to talk to him about it and see what he has to say. And apparently, they are not looking to discuss it, at least during this run in the playoffs. So this will be ongoing.
Made 7 out of 8, which is sensational when the pressure's on and you have to make a shot against the Bulls defense.
Scottie Pippen. Complaints by Phil Jackson.
Takes its toll.
And you've seen only limited action. Has not hit a field goal in 11.5 minutes. And that was deflected short. Pippen pops it out. Shot clock at 2. Paxson flings and hits. The Bulls 81. The Knicks 78. Ewing is 2 of 4 at the line.
Pass offense. There's 2. There's 3. There's 4. That's what they called out. They wanted 4 passes before anybody took a shot.
Pippen. Scottie Pippen had a...
They've done their job, New York, in the second half, reducing that field goal percentage.
They've also cut down on turnovers. Here's Pippen. Scottie Pippen thought he was 5-5. Ewing's pass nearly picked up. It was saved by Pippen. Taken by Smith. We're at the scorer's table.
Pippen started to double team, got the hand out, then dove to save the basketball on the floor. Now we're doing
now as we close in on 1 minute remaining. Jordan had it knocked away. Paxson for Cartwright. Shot clock at 4. Here's Pippen for 3. Yes! Again, Scottie Pippen has hit the big shot.
in the guy's heart. 24-second clock is down. Pippen knows he's got to get it up. There are only 2 seconds remaining. Time after time, Scottie Pippen in this series has proven that he can come up big when they need him, relieve some of that pressure off Michael Jordan.
Last 15 years, 106 teams have been down 0-2. 3 have come back to win the series, make it 4. The Chicago Bulls Scott Williams concludes matters for a 96-88 victory.